Where did how to eat to live girl come from, and what was the moment you knew this was your lane?
Okay, so um I would say around 2010, after I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, that kind of put me on a journey of trying to like figure out how to heal myself basically. I grew up Muslim, so well, first of all, let me tell you, I don't know if you're familiar with the book How to Eat to Live. Are you?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
are? Okay.
yeah.
So I grew up Muslim, and that's one of our like main books that was taught to us.
Right.
However, at the time I was maybe
Because that book got
16.
Elijah Muhammad on it, right?
I got it right here.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah, so I was probably about 16, 17 years old when I was diagnosed. Um and obviously at that time I was not following this book. I had the
Right.
standard, teenage diet,
Yeah.
eating all kinds of stuff. Everything but pork though. Everything but pork.
Right. Right.
And so once I was diagnosed, it had me just doing all kinds of research on like I said, how to heal myself. So I came across a lot of different diets. Um I tried veganism, I tried vegetarianism, I tried certain
Because
diets
I
that
did
were.
some vegan meals for you. I
Yes,
think I did
yes,
some.
yes. And yes, let me say this too. Let me say thank you, because I don't know if I ever got a chance to thank you for, doing what you did and helping me on my journey of healing. Like that was very necessary. So I appreciate
You're
that.
welcome. You're welcome.
Um yeah, so basically I tried a whole bunch of diets, and I was reminded obviously that oops, that we have this dietary law, but it was also challenging because at the time I was so ill, it was so many food restrictions. So that led to me having to um, be creative, pretty much, and getting in the kitchen and being like, well, I can't eat. It was so many restrictions. It's like
Oh
a
yeah.
lot of
Oh
fruits
yeah.
and vegetables.
'Cause-
A lot of
yeah.
fruits and
Yeah.
vegetables. You would think like, well, dang, you can't have that. You can't even have this. You can't have that.
Right.
And it's like,
Right.
no, I'm just about. I can only have water, just about. But no, um,
Water and
right?
sand.
Yeah. So, I'll say I struggled with that in the beginning. Like it was, like I said, it was a challenge trying to figure out, um, how to make meals for myself. But at the same time, with the restrictions, and I don't know if, well, I think you do know, I have a background in artistry. So, like, that's my number
Right.
one thing. Like, I'm an artist, always have been. And, um, I like to make my food look good too. Like, if it don't look good to
And
me, you know,
and you playing right into the next, what I was going to ask you, because
mm-hmm,
as a visual artist and a storyteller, I
mm-hmm,
see your pictures. I'm visual all the time, and I'm like,
yes,
wow, them pictures look good. That food look good. You know what I'm saying? And
thank you,
you got it popping.
thank you.
Yeah. It's so how did it's I want to ask how did those two worlds collide, but I know from experience,
Mm-hmm.
they seamlessly blend together.
Yes.
Food, the visual parts of it, because um, a lot of times I always tell students, when I teach, I said, hey, I can give y'all the same bag of food, but the presentation a lot of times determine how much I can sell it for.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Absolutely.
have the same items,
Mm-hmm.
but the
That
presentation
presentation.
can determine how much I can sell it for and who I can sell it to.
Yes.
So
Yes. You're right.
yeah, your visuals and you made the two worlds. You blended them perfectly together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking. I'm going. Should I call her?
Thank
Should I get something? You know, and I'm eating
Thank
at the
you.
time. So you know, yeah.
Hmm.
So how did the Cincinnati influence you in some type of way with the everything you're doing, the creativity, in your message?
I can't say Cincinnati specifically.
Hmm.
It was just, and I honestly don't remember like when I like on something like my social media presence started like popping
Right.
off, but
Right.
I'll say maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I just would sit and do like videos teaching on what I learned from this book. And, I would get good feedback because it's certain things in here that he speaks about that not everyone is, privy to know or understand. And so that kind of got old because I'm camera shy and I don't like really being on camera sitting and talking. But then I just start saying like, well, I can show people what I'm cooking.
Right.
And most of my followers, I have a lot of vegan followers too, vegan and vegetarian, like healthy, conscious people. But I find that most people are like struggling to find that balance. Like they want good food, they want it to look good, but they want it to also, provide, health benefits to them. And so
Right.
I was
But
like,
they
let me
want
just
it
show.
at $4.50.
Right, right. So it was like, let me just show people, that it's possible to, have all that combined. So
Yep.
yeah.
The visual part, but the main part, like you said, is the book, the
Hmm.
foundation where you learning how to make the food, and share it with everybody else, because a lot of people don't know. I
Right.
know from past history because I've studied such books,
Hmm.
um, and the teachings.
Yes.
Of course, I don't follow them. I like bacon.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
like
Right.
bacon.
Right.
No other part of
We
the
go,
pork I don't
chef.
like,
We
but
we we got to work on that. We got to work on
yeah, I
that.
like bacon.
Yeah.
Bacon man,
Oh my
we're
god.
gonna work on it. We're gonna work.
Yes, we
And you
gonna
know
work
what's
on it.
funny? Because last night I went to bed saying the
Hmm.
exact same thing, because being healthy, uh, from the inside out. A lot of
Yes.
times you have a lot of people that's dying having strokes, and they look like world competitive bodybuilders, but on the
Hmm.
outside everything is cool, but on the inside is turmoil, whether it be
Right.
food, spiritually or mentally, emotional
Yes.
sometimes. So
Yes.
food plays a big part in the overall make of the person. If I'm eating
Hmm.
cookies and donuts and chasing it with pop, I'm gonna look a certain way compared to the way
Hmm.
you're making meals and stuff like that, and I'm gonna feel better. I'm gonna have more energy. My
Hmm.
brain's gonna work a little bit better.
Hmm. You live
Skin,
longer.
hair, nails. Right, you live longer.
I'm sorry, I got to roll this window
And
down. It's
that's
been
the
kind of
main
hot in
thing.
here.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah.
So I know that. Um, First of all, I'm proud of you, what you're doing. So this is
Thank
basically
you.
you just building a brand, just putting it out
Yes.
there, building a brand.
Yes.
What's one of the wins that you're most proud of?
One of the wins. This might sound a little shallow, but I would just say where I'm at right now with my social media, because like I said in the beginning, I was doing the videos and I kind of fell off from that. So I would say like my consistency has come back, and it helps to know that like people are benefiting. Like anytime people get on my comments and say something and they're learning something, it's like that makes my day. So that's a win for me. Anytime somebody else can learn from me, then yeah, that I
So
would say
what's
that.
something that a little sneak peek that behind the scenes that we don't see? Or you
I
or
sneak.
you trying
I
to
sneak.
position the camera the right way, position the food the right way. You got the sun coming in the
Oh, y'all
window.
don't even want to
Uh,
see
uh.
y'all. You wouldn't even want to see all of that. Like it's just. I'm telling you, it's a struggle, and that's another thing that makes it hard when you're so like trying to promote yourself on social. It's a whole job. Like
Oh yeah,
I commend those
yeah.
people that can do it on a everyday basis. And I got other things going. Like I'm in nursing school right now as well. So
Okay.
having to, and I want to be more consistent, but it's time consuming to cook. It's time consuming to, take pictures of at the right, like you said, the right angles, the right lighting.
Yep. The
Like I'm
camera
very
set
like,
right.
yeah, it has to be set right. Just like if you were selling the pic, like you were selling the image. So, and then on top of that, having to edit videos, is like it's a
Woo!
lot. It's a
That could
lot.
take 2 days.
Right? And it does sometimes. It really does. Because
Right.
I'm very particular about trying to make sure it looks right, because judgment, somebody be like, why you got that right there? Or that's we don't it's people that's gonna have something to say. And I understand, I can't take everything to heart, but at the same time, I want
Right.
it to look right. So it's a
So,
lot.
so you said something about nursing school. So nursing school,
Yes.
you just pulling in all the things that meet
Yes.
and mesh together, because nursing. We got to talk about this.
Yes.
We
Yes.
got to talk off camera, because like I said, I was up. My brain don't stop.
Mhm.
I can get on, I could be editing a video, get caught up in something, and then be like, what time is it? And look up, and it's 2:30 in the morning. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
wow, where did
Mhm.
the time go? I'm reaching for the phone, getting ready to call somebody, and realize, it's 1:30. Like, people
Right.
asleep. People don't want to hear your idea at 1:30 in the morning. you
Right.
know,
Right.
unless it's $1 million idea.
There you go.
And to me, all of $1 million ideas.
Right.
So you know how that goes. So when you
Yes.
say eat to live, and we have kind of touched on it, but what does it
Mhm.
mean to you personally?
Good question. Good question. So for me, um, I would say it means having the will to do your best and consider what you are putting into your bodies as far as food, um, to just live. Like, and that's just not eating food, but also what you're taking in mentally as well. Like, that plays a big part. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, just like being considerate, reading labels. That's one of the. If you're a person that likes to buy a lot of packaged foods, read your labels. Learn what it is that you're putting into your body. That's another thing. A lot of people aren't educated on. What we're eating.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well,
but
you can put
yeah,
anything on a label.
you're right.
You eating
You're
fresh fruits
absolutely
and
right.
vegetables, you know what you got, but you could put anything on the label. It's a whole bunch of, executives sitting in a room determining what's going to
Mm-hmm.
put on the label that gets past the Food and Drug
Inspection. Right.
Administration, and
Right.
they get to make money. So, and a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times you read it. I read a label sometime, and I'll be like, is this Spanish? Is this Chinese? Because I have
Yeah.
no clue what this ingredient is, and sometimes you
Foreign
look them up.
language.
Whoo, you look them
Mm-hmm.
up and you're like, okay, so this is something they put in food. It's used for fertilizer. It's used for clothing. You like
Right.
atomic bomb or something. You're
Mm-hmm.
like,
It's crazy.
So you got to
Yeah.
be, yeah, it's super. So what do you want people to learn from your content?
Um, that's another good question. What I would want people to learn is, um, if you genuinely love yourself, you should be doing any and everything that you can to, survive, to make
Mm,
make your life better in any way possible. And that's including eating the right foods, eating at the right time. Just, you shouldn't be careless about yourself. So I would say that. Yeah.
you got anything new coming out, or am I snitching, or should people be watching for anything new? Yeah, see, I
Definitely. So
hit something.
maybe me putting this out there. Everybody don't know. So, this is going to be the first on your podcast, but I am working on my.
Exclusive. I got the
Yeah, okay.
exclusive.
Yeah. I am working on my cookbook, so stay tuned for that. I wish I had a date to say, but like I said, nursing school, life be life, but
Mhm.
and I've been working on that for a little minute too. But I want it to be right. I don't want to just put anything out for people. Um, I want it to be good. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
Gotcha. Waiting on it. We may have to get the cookbook, go through. I got some ideas. We might have to get the cookbook, go through
Hmm.
it, and make something together on a podcast.
I would
And
I
and
would
to
love
then
that.
Yeah, pretend that everybody else can taste
Yes.
it.
Yep.
All right. Well, we want to thank you for sharing your story and your work.
Thank
Everybody
you.
listening, how do we find you? If somebody
Yes.
if somebody catches part of this,
Mhm.
how could they find you?
So you can find me on Facebook. Facebook is under my name, Khonisa X Anderson. And then on TikTok is How to Eat to Live Girl, and Instagram is How to Eat to Live Girl. So yeah,
We got you.
find me there.
Everybody listening, go follow How to Eat to Live Girl and tap into what she's building. Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate you.
you.
Always supporting you, whether you
I
hear it or
appreciate
see me or not. Always supporting. Love what you're doing. Keep doing what
it.
you're doing. If you ever need some help, call me. And if I need
Thank
some
you.
help, I'm sure as hell gonna call.